Alright guys, excuse the mess. Got a lot of stuff going on with the S2000. I'm doing all replica parts for the most part, but replica, J's front lip, part's not here yet, the side skirts. I did do the bumper chop. I'm going to be putting a diffuser back there as well. And then I'm going to be going with the J style GT racing wing. Today's video is for the GT3RS style fender vents from Ballade Sports. They send you this as a template if you want to consider that a template. I think it's more so to find the angle where it fits best on the vehicle. So that's cool, but there's no instructions, there's no anything. Just to preface this video before you guys get excited like I did, if you're going to do the template, you want to follow this inside edge, not the outside edge. I don't know what I was thinking and why I did that. This fender is either toast or I'm going to have to figure out a way to make it work. I don't really care what it looks like just because it is a track car. The rest of the car is all destroyed anyways. But do not do what I did, please. You can see that just falls right in. So I'm going to have to either get a new fender or try to make that work. But this side did a little bit different. So this side's smaller, is fitting in nicely. But I am going to show you how to make your own templates. So I just wanted to go over this really quick. I actually threw tape over the entire vent, and then I'm tracing, so you see the outside lip right here where the tape folds over. I'm tracing the inside lip, which is pretty easy to do. You just put your Sharpie against it, push in, and trace all around. So then we're going to cut this out. We're going to transfer it onto the cardboard, and we're going to make a negative, if you will. We're going to cut out the cardboard. Then we're going to make sure our vent pops in exactly how we want it to with that cardboard. And then we can either transfer the tape or the cardboard, make another template, and put it on the fender. That way you know you're going to get perfect fitment. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm going to do that just so I can make sure I get perfect fitment with the cardboard before I go and try to get perfect fitment with, I guess, my other side fender really is all. Now the other thing we should be able to do is we should be able to use the same template and flip it for the other side, just because it's a copycat image. So that is a good thing with that. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. I just threw some tape over this. Like I said, I traced it with a Sharpie. Next step is going to be transferring this onto here, cutting it out, and then going from there. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause you guys, give you some updates here shortly. Alright, so something I do want to note is just make sure you lay your tape properly. As you can see, I did stack mine. So I stacked mine like this, that. So I can pull from here start to finish without having to have a bunch of pieces. If you stack it like differently, you might pull this side up and then this side stays. So just make sure you start with the side you're going to pull, and then you stack everything on top of that. So I started over here and then I stacked these. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out this this part, and then I will come back to you in a second. Alright, so now you will have your template for the fender, assuming everything fits, and then you'll have your negative template. This is just for us to be able to pop this in to make sure it does fit properly. That way we know if we have to trim off anything or add anything or whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and get this seated. And always remember, see the black line, don't cut on the outside of it, try to cut on the inside, because you can always shave off more later, but you can never add it back. Hence with this, now you can see I did cut on the inside, so that's the only thing that's going to save me a little bit, but obviously I should have triple checked before I cut, and then I also should have cut even deeper on the inside, but whatever. Yeah. Alright, now for the most part it fits fine, other than the fact that it's a flat piece of cardboard versus a curved and angled and whatnot fender. But the point is that it is the right overall width and everything. So we're going to go ahead and use that template. I'm going to put it over there. Actually, I'm just going to do this, really. But I'm going to try to see how much I need to cut off. So if you see like this, because I'm running into an issue with it not wanting to pop in all the way. So you can see like it's hitting here, it's hitting here, it's hitting there. And then we need to work down a little bit deeper on that angle. So, but yeah, we'll get that all taken care of. And I guess if you want to consider that a template, then that's your template. That'll probably be the easiest way to do it, considering they do not sell one. And then obviously just be careful, tape it up. Like I said, mine's a track car. This is absolutely ugly. I use this bit. It's a metal bit and it grabs really aggressively, so I would probably recommend not using that. The air saw was great. That was off Amazon. It's an Astro air saw. That I highly recommend. I didn't have any issues with that whatsoever. But that little metal bit I thought was going to be really good for this. It just catches and skips everywhere. So if you have a car that you do care about the paint, like I don't really care about my paint, like I said, it's a track car. I am one day probably going to either wrap this or paint it, but it's like the last thing I'm worried about on this vehicle. But anyways, yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one.